precocious junior player. He's had his ups and downs as a professional, but this is the moment, isn't it? This really is.
It's in his hands. It's where you want it. Relying only on yourself. He would have beaten, of course, 3 of the multi-champions. Mark Williams, that was a great game in round 2. Ronnie O'Sullivan and Mark Selby in between. Si Jiahui, one of the great stars of this tournament. He's gone through every emotion possible, really. But he's poised to become the last man standing.
Yeah, a little cannon there, which gives him options.
47.
But crucially, he's not rushing. He's much quicker a player than this. He can be really quick, fluent, fast. But he knows that's not the time for it. The time is for concentration, consolidation. He's not overhitting shots. He's doing everything that he knows he needs to do.
Exactly, he's delivering the cue nicely, naturally.
55.
He's been put under intense pressure here, where many players have crumbled at the Crucible by the master of it.
56.
Could it be, though, that even Mark Selby is not Belgian bulletproof?
Just gone slightly wrong there. If he rolls this in, he's okay, but he doesn't really like playing these little shots. No, that's fine. That's all fine. Well, what a moment this is. I mean, he's on the brink here of something so special.
62.
Every snooker player would dream of this.
63.
Blue to lead by 68 with 75 on, so it's another red. Sounds straightforward. It's been anything but tonight. He led 15-10, 16-10 won the first frame. Mark Selby really played well to fight back. But this is the moment.
Well, Selby came back with the true champion he is. One of the most difficult players in the game to beat, especially 68. Here, goodness me.
This red, and barring snookers, Luca Brecel is the world champion.
69.
What a moment. What a moment for him, for his family, for his country, Belgium, and for the future of snooker.
Well, that's the one. That is the one. He knows it. And as you say, just so marvellous to see the way he's played throughout the championship in this final. And the brand of snooker. Just look at this, Dave. Isn't it marvellous?
They're already on their feet. We haven't finished yet. They've warmed to him because of the way he's played, because of the personality he's shown. He's taken the game to some of the greats. He was pushed tonight.
82.
Mark Selby knows it's over. It's just a question now of finishing with another century. But the delight you can see in Luca Brecel.
And Mark Selby tapped the table. He tapped his hand almost to applaud.
90.
When
91.
When Luca was doing that little victory march, and that was nice to see. Mark is a really good man. It's not to be this year, but what a player he is. What a battle he's given Luca Brecel. But Luca has been sensational in this final. Sensational in the semi-final comeback.
97.
Oh, just so much to like about how he plays, what he does.
Yes, absolutely. Likeable is the word. And there's the century. His 5th of the final. It got sticky. Questions were asked of him. He found the answers. He found them in style. He needed one chance in the end. One chance to get it won.
112.
And after all that pressure, suddenly it's the easiest game in the world. Cool hand Luca is the world champion. It's Brecel's title after a classic Crucible final. He held off the charge from Mark Selby and he finished off with a century in the last frame to win 18-15. What extraordinary scenes, the Crucible crowd on their feet. They've watched something very special. He was pushed, questions were asked, he didn't buckle, he got the job done with his first chance. Mark Selby, so sporting, a great snooker player, a great man. He gave it everything, just not quite enough on the final night. Hazel Irvine is going to do the interviews.
Contest. And the scenes in this arena are amazing. Luca Brecel is the champion. This man, Mark Selby, knows what it's like to be a champion. You are a true champion. You threw everything at Luca. Not just today, but yesterday as well. My goodness, it is fantastic to see you back, Mark Selby. You gave it everything, Mark. But how tough did he make it, and how much admiration for his achievement do you have?
Yeah, you know, I mean, firstly, congratulations to Luca. You know, he's a great talent, great lad. Obviously, lovely family. I wish him all the best and enjoy the year. You deserve it, mate. You play fantastic.
Mark, ladies and gentlemen, this man here has given us a moment in sporting history that none of us will ever forget. That maximum last night, and I wonder what kind of consolation that was for you, Mark.
Yeah, you know, obviously it's great to make a 147 at the Crucible. Something obviously I was wanting to do. Never thought I'd do it in a final, you know. That's an amazing achievement. The atmosphere last night when I made it was something I'll remember for the rest of my life. But you know, it's not about me today. It's about Luke. He played fantastic over the 2 days. You know, I mean, every time he got a chance, he looked like he was going to win the frame in one visit. And yeah, you know, I kept breaking off, leaving him the shot to nothing. And apart from when I got back to 16-15, I think that's probably the first time he missed it. But yeah, like I say, every time he potted a ball, I fancied him to clear the frame up in one visit. It was tough, you know, but I battled and gave it everything. Got back to 16-15, had a smelly black where I was pushing into the red. If I pot that, I felt comfortable at that time. And who knows, if I get back to 16, then it could be a different scoreline. But, you know, every credit to Luca, he deserves it.
Yes. And Mark, this has been a tough time for you and the family over the last few months, but what an absolute joy to see you playing with a smile on your face again. How special is it to be back in this arena where you belong?
Oh, amazing. You know, like I say, 12 months ago, it was just nice to come back and just play and just try and enjoy it. But from where I've been to where I am now, yeah, you know, I've enjoyed the last 2 weeks. Yeah, it didn't finish how I wanted it to, but, you know, with things going on off the table as well, not just with me, but with Vicky as well, you know, obviously it realises that health's more important. So at the end of the day, it's a game, but a game that you want to win, but if you don't, it's not the end of the world.
Well said. Jester, you are back. Thank you so much, Mark. Well done. Luca Brecel, you have waited your whole life for someone to say to you, you are the world champion. How does that sound?
Yeah, it's amazing. I can't see anymore. I don't know why.
I think there are a few tears in those eyes. How tough did he make it for you?
Yeah, so tough. He's the worst opponent to have in the final, I think. Yeah, he just keeps coming back, and he's such a fighter. And when it was 16-15, I didn't fancy winning at all, to be honest. I was missing balls by a mile, and yeah, I don't know how I did it. Made a good break in the last frame. Once it got to 17, I fancied if I got a chance to clear up, which I did, and yeah, great feeling.
You know, you came here as a 17-year-old. You were just a young man, boy to man with I've seen you at this championship. It's taken you 11 years to get over the first round hurdle. I think you're getting the hang of it now. But what took you so long, and what changed this time, Luca?
Nothing changed. You know, snooker is a difficult sport, and in the first round, I could have lost to Ricky Walden. I beat him 10-9. So if I would have lost that game, then everyone would be saying, "Oh, he's lost again, first round." And now I'm the winner. So that's the small margins in snooker. It's crazy, and yeah, I still can't believe it.
You do things with class and with swagger and with real verve. We've loved the Luca snooker that you've been playing, haven't we, ladies and gentlemen? We sure have. But in terms... But Luca, I know there is Team Brecel around you. How much have they given you? Not just here, but all of these years that you've been the next big thing in snooker.
Yeah, unbelievable. I really have the best team. Best friends, best parents, best girlfriend in the world, which makes me strong on the table. That was my friend. Yeah, and it makes you so strong, you know. If you don't have that team, then it's very difficult to play your best game. And yeah, it's fantastic. And I just want to say to Mark and Vicky, I just want to say stay strong, because I've heard some news, and I don't know if I should say it, but just want to say stay strong, Vicky.
The Selby family is the strongest family I know. Very well said. And it's a mark of the respect that you have for Mark and for his family. And I think the respect that we all hold you, and that you've been able to say that. But I have to say, you do things your way, Luca. You've partied in the build-up to this championship and right through it. So is it back to the practice table tomorrow?
Definitely. No. No, I won't practice, obviously, for a couple of weeks and months. I'm just going to enjoy this, and yeah, it's been a crazy week, as you say. No practice, just partying. It shouldn't be legal.
Well, it's a formula that's brought you success. Quick word for what might be happening back in Belgium and all over continental Europe. This is a huge moment for sport in your country.
Yeah, it's going to explode, and I was so nervous because I just wanted it to happen for Belgium and for Europe, and now it has happened, so I can't wait to see what it brings to the world. And yeah, I'm just so happy. I don't know how I did it, but I'm so happy.
Luca Brecel, you are a joy, and you are our champion.
So now,
ladies and gentlemen,
what we've been waiting for, the presentation of the World Championship Trophy.
Executive Officer of Cazoo, and Barry Hearn, President of the World Snooker Tour.
Barry Hearn has seen some drama here, hasn't he, down the decades? He's seen some more, and he's seen someone who could take the game forward.
£200,000 and the silver medal. What a fortnight and what an effort by Mark Selby.
But first, you've got to credit this man. What a battler, what a warrior. What a great guy he is, Mark Selby. He'll be back next year to try and win world title number 5.
Yeah, I completely agree. He took that so well.
Receiving a cheque for £500,000, the trophy and the title, 2023 Cazoo World Snooker Champion for Belgium, for his family, Luca Brecel.
Here's our winner. 17 days at the Crucible. A man who never won a match here before. He's going home with the most famous trophy in snooker. Moments he'll remember for the rest of his life. The 2023 Cazoo World Snooker Champion. The first from mainland Europe.
Luca Brecel!
Belgium's Luca Brecel. A moment I'm sure he's dreamt of. Now it's come true. And how he finished it off. He didn't need 3-4 chances. In the last frame, he needed one. He made a century meal. What a wonderful story. Well,
I like the way he's played. He's played the brand of snooker, attacking with joy, with fun, so watchable all the way through. He's beaten some of the greats of the game. It's been sensational, and just love the way he's done it out of Belgium. And we've known about him for a very long time, but really, this is the culmination of a lot of things for him. It was a beautiful moment in snooker and a great moment for him.
And great to see his family, his parents, Carlo and Morella, his girlfriend Laura. Wonderful scenes. It's been a wonderful tournament. What a winner we have in Luca Brecel. It's just been a genuine pleasure to be here to watch it. Well done to him.
Pictures and moments that will last a lifetime in the Brecel household. It's commiserations to Mark Selby, it's commendation to Brendan Moore, and congratulations to Luca Brecel, the 27th World Snooker Champion in history, the 4th non-British World Champion. Not the man who many predicted would lift the Silver Lady, but Alan, what a champion.
He is, that's exactly what he is now. He's a bona fide champion. He's came from mainland Europe. I remember going there back with Jimmy, actually, 30 years, some years ago, over to places like Antwerp and Brussels and all these places, and it was a snooker backwater. It ain't anymore, because we have a Belgian world champion, and what a champion he's going to be. His brand of snooker, as David and Neil were saying at the end there, is just sensational. There's no back off in him. He does it his way, and that's the correct way. It's the beautiful way.
Jimmy, we've all fallen in love with his brand of Luca snooker. It might be casual on the table. He might say he doesn't practice very much. But the graft he's put in, especially since 2012, his first attempt to be here, it's been over 10 years in the making.
Absolutely fabulous. I'm so pleased for him and his family. All that travelling backwards and forwards from Belgium, in between tournaments, that's a hard slog. He's come here. He looks like he was going to get beat twice. Well, he wasn't near enough beat twice by Ronnie O'Sullivan and C. And he's come through, and Mark Selby won 5 frames on the spin against him, and then all of a sudden he's got in, and the 2 frames he's won. He had a 51 to go 17 in front, the one before the ultimate frame, and then the last frame, to do it the way it did, just showed what mettle he's got. And his brand of snooker is so exciting to watch. The whole world would love to see Luca play snooker like that for many, many years.
In snooker, when a young player comes along, you hear about them first of all, and that's the great players you hear about first. You don't see them. Word gets round the world, or Europe, or the tour, or the junior game. Word got round, there's this young guy, Luca Brecel from Belgium. You want to see the cue action this boy's got. And I thought, right, OK, I'll hold judgment till I see him. And the first time I clapped eyes on him, I think it was at a PTC event, something like that back in the late noughties. And one shot he played, and I went, yeah, he's got it. He's a player. And one shot was all it took. And ever since then, he's been on a path. It's taken him a few years to come to the fore. It's not been easy, because he's commuting from his home country, which is nice in itself in a lot of ways. As I say, he's done it his way. And, you know, he just deserves everything that he's going to get from this. He's going to be a fantastic world champion, because he's from mainland Europe. It's a first, and that's what we want in snooker. It's a global game, and Luca's now at the forefront of that.
Coming into this, he was a rank outsider, 50-1 the bookies had him. He'd won 3 ranking titles in his own right. But Jimmy, for you, when we look back on this tournament and we say, that man went on to win, was there a certain point that you suddenly thought, oh, he's dangerous? Because we weren't talking about him in round 1.
Well, that session against Ronnie O'Sullivan, when he won 7 on the spin from 10-6 down, like to demolish Ronnie the way he did, and then so far behind with C, and then all of a sudden he found his game. And then the 4 frames, that session today, when Selby come back at him to go 9-8, and then he went away again, you know, it's just that style of snooker. He probably doesn't win as much, you know, he's world champion now, but he would win a lot more tournaments, but he likes to play the way he does. And when he's playing at his top form, he's beaten Ronnie O'Sullivan from behind, he's beaten C from behind, and he's beaten probably the greatest match player there is, Mark Selby, over 4 sessions, you know, absolutely fabulous job, and good luck to him.
You've got to say there's absolutely no doubt about whether that man is his dad. They look like, well, father and son, quite literally. Just to remind ourselves, that is Laura, his girlfriend, on the left-hand side, his mother, Mirella, on the right-hand side, and a man who's been instrumental in his journey to this point, Al, his father, Carlo. How proud that must be for him. They've been partners since day one, from what I understand, and here they are, right on top of the world.
Yes, he has. He's nurtured them all the way, but he's been in the background. He's with them, but he's never vocal. He's never talking him up, saying anything. He waits in the back in the practice room. He picks the balls out, he fields for him. You don't hear much about him. He's just there to support his boy. And boys